boys and girls. My name is Miss May, and I'm going to be with you as we travel through Lesson 3 in the story in Connect for Primary 4. I want to remind you to make sure that you bring your books to all our sessions. You should also bring along some paper and a pen. That's all you need to enjoy our lessons together, so let's begin. Can you tell me how did Dalia save the village? She organized the cleanup of the irrigation canals. Very good. Now we are going to look at exercise number 4 on page 148. On page 148, exercise number 4, look and put in order. So I want you to think of what is happening in each picture. And then you try to number the pictures in order, according to what happened in the story. طيب تعالوا الأول نتكلم عن كل صورة ونشوف كل صورة بتتكلم عن إيه. يعني مثلا this picture is about Dalia, and the second one, Dalia and her dad are trying to gather the villagers on the social media. Here they cleaned the irrigation canal. And this picture, we see her grandma is giving cookies and tea. In this picture, the family is sitting together or gathering to solve the problem or to discuss an issue. And here Dalia is holding some wheat. طيب تعالوا نشوف ازاي هنعمل organization للpictures. Picture E is number 1. So in the beginning of the story, the family was sitting and they were discussing something very important. Number 2 is picture B. Very good. Dalia and her father were trying to gather the villagers on the social media in order to solve the problem. Number 3 is picture D. Very good. So picture D is number 3. Grandma gave everyone tea and cookies. Number 4 is picture C. So picture C is number 4. The villagers cleaned the irrigation canal. Number 5 is picture F. So picture F is number 5. Dalia had a plan to plant some wheat. And the last one, number 6, is picture A. Very good, my dear boys and girls. In exercise number 5, you are going to read and match. Let's read the sentences first. Number 1, Dalia. Number 2, Jamila. Number 3, the villagers. Number 4, Tariq. Let's read the sentences. A. See Dalia's message on social media. B. Cleans the canal with others. C. Talks about the problem with her husband. D. Does research on her computer. طيب أول كاركتر موجودة معانا داليا. داليا does research on her computer. داليا عملت research أو كانت بتعمل research على الكمبيوتر بتاعها عشان كان عندها homework. So number 1 with D. Number 2, جميلة. طيب مين جميلة؟ جميلة is Dalia's mom. So جميلة talks about the problem with her husband. So number 2, جميلة talks about the problem with her husband. Number 3, the villagers. The villagers cleans the canal with the others or see Dalia's message on social media. See Dalia's message on social media. So who cleans the canal with others? Her brother Tariq. تعالوا نقول ال characters one more time and what does each character do. Dalia does research on her computer. Jamila talks about the problem with her husband. The villagers see Dalia's message on social media. Tariq cleans the canal with the others. Now let's go to the following page, page 149. On page 149, we are going to read and complete. You are going to read each sentence and complete each one of them with the words in the box. تعالوا الأول نقرأ الكلمات الموجودة عندي في البوكس. Trash, irrigation, canal, household, plan, agriculture and awesome. واتفقنا قبل كده لما يكون عندي كلمات هحطها in blanks في البلانكس هنقرا الاول كل السنتنسز من غير ما نحل وبعدين نبتدي نحل. Number 1, the brings the water to the villages. Number 2, mom went to the market to buy cups, plates and other things. Number 3, Amir had a grade for how to make his team win. Number 4, people drop into the river and it becomes polluted. The plants and animals die. Number 5, mom's cake is, it tastes so good. Number 6, Mr. Fauzi likes to study all about plants and crops he likes. And number 7, problems in water can cause problems. بعد ما قرينا الsentences نقدر دلوقتي نختار ال suitable words and put them in the blanks. Number 1, the brings the water to the villages. The canal. Very good. ولما هنكتب كلمة هنعمل لها cross علشان ما نرجعش نعيدها تاني. Number 2, Mom went to the market to buy cups, plates and other. الحاجات اللي بنستخدمها في البيت بنسميها household and it's one word, it's a compound word. So household things. Number 3, Amir had a grade for how to make his team win. He had a great plan. And let's cross the word plan. Number 4, people drop into the river and it becomes polluted. The plants and animals die. What do they drop? They drop trash. Very good. Number 5, mom's cake is, it tastes so good. فاكرين المرة اللي فاتت قلنا على كلمة نقدر نستبدلها، يعني نستبدل كلمة delicious بيها كلمة awesome. Awesome. Number 6, Mr. Fauzi likes to study all about plants and crops. He likes زي داليا. She likes agriculture. So Mr. Fauzi likes agriculture. So we are going to write agriculture. And we are going to cross it. Number 7, problems in water can cause irrigation problems. يعني ايه irrigation؟ يعني الري. So problems in water can cause irrigation problems. Now exercise number 7, read and answer. We are going to read the questions and we will find the suitable answer for each question. Let's see number 1. Why is Dalia an important person in the story? Why is Dalia an important person in the story? Because she saved her village. So let's write it down. Because Dalia saved her village. هي كانت صاحبة البلان وصاحبة الاقتراح، وهي اللي عملت big part to save the village. Number 2. Who do you think helps داليا the most and why؟ طيب احنا قلنا ان كل الناس ساعدت، بس مين اكتر حد ساعد داليا؟ Her family. Why? Because they supported her and helped her to call everyone and solve the problem. It's a long answer, but let's write it down. Her family. So what does the family do? Her family supported her. يعني هم سندوها. طيب what else? What did they do? And helped her call everyone. And helped her call everyone to solve the problem. Very good. Number 3. Do you know anyone like Dalia? Describe them below. طب this depends on your own answer. يعني حد فيكم قابل شخصية helpful زي داليا؟ ولو انت قابلت شخصية زي داليا please describe this character. أكيد الكاركتر دي هتبقى very helpful and very responsible. On page 150 we are going to look at exercise 8. Exercise 8 says Dalia had a problem to solve. What was it? How did she solve it? Look and complete. يعني احنا ممكن نرجع تاني نقرا التكست علشان نقدر نلاقي الانسرز بتاعت الكويستشنز دي. تعالوا نشوف أول question. What was the village's problem? كانت ايه المشكلة اللي موجودة في الفيليج؟ They had no irrigation and some of the crops were not very good. Let's write it down. They had no irrigation and what else? The crops, some of the crops were not very good and some of the crops were not good. Question number 2. What was Dalia's solution? يعني داليا عملت ايه؟ ازاي؟ How did she solve the problem? She called everyone and they cleaned the blocked canal. She also told the villagers to try to grow some wheat or to try growing wheat. It's a long answer. Let's take it bit by bit. So she called everyone. She called everyone. What else? They cleaned the blocked canal and they cleaned the blocked canal. Right. That's it? No. She also told the villagers to try growing wheat. She also told the villagers to start growing wheat. What was the process? يعني ايه البروسيس؟ يعني ايه الستبس اللي داليا خدتها؟ داليا did research about crops. يعني أول حاجة داليا عملتها she did a research about the crops. Then she learned about the problems in her village and agreed with her family to call everyone to help. They cleaned the canal and the water came back. تعالوا نفتكر تاني لسه قايلين ايه ونحاول نكتب some of these sentences. So, one more time. Dalia did research about crops. So, Dalia did research about crops. What else did she do? She learned about the problems in her village and agreed with her family to call everyone. So, she learned about the problem in her village and called everyone to solve it. The last question says, what was the final conclusion? Why was Dalia's homework research important to the process? Conclusion ايه اللي حصل في الآخر؟ Dalia saved her village. And when she grew up, she worked with agriculture to help people with their crops. طيب, her homework research helped her to know how to help the village and other people in the future. Let's write some of the sentences together. So the first thing, what was the final conclusion? That Dalia saved her village. So Dalia saved her village. And what did she do? And when she grew up, and when she grew up, what did she do? She worked with agriculture. She worked with agriculture اللي هي الزراعة. طيب, when she worked with agriculture, what did she do? She helped people. So she worked with agriculture to help people with their crops. To help people with their crops. What else? Her homework research helped her to know how to help the villagers. So her